We on.
All right, what's up? What's up? Welcome back to another edition of Shadow Code Radio. We was off a couple of weeks or so. We back this week, and we got a lot to talk about this week. We got two topics really tonight. First, we're gonna talk about really I guess in the last couple of weeks, the only real noise hip hop. Why I'm not saying hip hop wise, but music wise, really was Beyonce. She dropped I believe what is this? Her eighth, ninth album already? Wow, nine albums. I didn't know she went that deep. Renaissance, where she had the Break My Soul, I think, single, the pop dance single that started the dance extravaganza all over again. So we're gonna break down that album and uh, Reese, we're gonna make this show for the Beehive. Definitely hashtag the Beehive when we post this
Yeah.
on YouTube because we're gonna talk about where does Beyonce stand in music history as far as a female music icon? Is she on the level of Michael Jackson, like some people would say, or is she one of the greatest female artists of all time? Like, or is she top 10? Is she top 15? Like, who is better than her? Who does she top? And we'll break down, what she means as a music icon, like, all her attributes, how she is a singer, performer. And we'll just break down Beyonce tonight. Go through some of her albums that we like, and let's get it started. So, Reese, did you have a chance to listen to the Renaissance album? What was your take on it?
I actually did listen to the album. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was too bad. I thought I gave it a seven. Um
Huh?
I actually gave it more it was it was more of an effort album to me than actually a good album, if that makes sense. Like she
Okay.
tried something different. Because this doesn't sound like stuff that she ever did. And
Yeah.
I think it was more of an effort album. I think that if she was to stick with it, she'll be pretty good at it eventually. Cause I could see her being good at something like this. Um,
Mm-hmm.
again, I think artists at this stage of their career, they only can do something like this. Because if she would have came out with
Yeah.
the regular stuff that she usually come out with, people would have said, "Oh, she ain't growing as an artist." But you gotta also take into consideration that Beyonce is a mother. You know what I'm saying? She got like 4 kids now, or 2 kids, or something like that.
So,
You got 2 kids,
yeah,
and she's a mother, and she hasn't made music in a long time.
she doesn't have to make music
Yeah,
though.
she don't really have to. Her
Give her
husband, her husband's Jay-Z. She's Beyonce. She can just retire. So I looked at this project as just a project, something that she probably wanted to always do, and she finally
yeah.
did it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took this album.
Um, I I got the same sentiment, man. I got it rounding out at about a seven. I like the fact that, like you said, she took a risk. Um, it's kind of a different sound for her. A more up tempo, more of a pop sound. She hasn't been this up tempo really since the 2000s, really. But what I would say, what I did notice is that she was really provocative on this. She was saying sexual shit on here that I'm like, whoa, B, you going there, huh? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it got me thinking, is she trying to play to the sexual liberation audience? Is she trying to play to a younger, more like a Megan Thee Stallion type of audience with this?
yeah,
And I don't know. It's kind of like a chicken or the egg thing. Is like, is she trying to go into that audience and kind of jump on that wave, or is this really how she really feels?
yeah,
Because we all know Beyonce is not afraid to let people know how she feels, as she did in Lemonade. You know what I mean? Like, um, but overall, I like the project. I give it a seven. There's some songs that I rock with. This was a better effort overall as a pop dance album. Like this is something. It had some of the Afrobeat, um, the Afrobeat style in there. It did have some of the dance style in there. You know, like the techno club style in there. So I think she did a much better job than Drake because this was more of a risk that she took, and it's not bad. It surprised me because I'm like, oh, another Beyonce album, and I got to hear all these chicks just talk about this for like 3 months now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not bad, man. Not bad. She did a decent job with this.
Yeah, this one for me um wasn't one of her best, but it was pretty cool.
Pretty.
Um I thought it was pretty solid. I thought that, for her return, it just sounds like something. It sounded like she was trying to go in a different direction from her previous music. I will say she was provocative on the Beyonce album, the Partition
Yeah,
Beyonce album. She's
but
very
she's a
provocative on that.
more. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I think that that album was much better than this one by far to me. Like, but as far as
yeah.
this album goes, I think that again, if she sticks with this, which I don't really think, I don't see Beyonce making no more music. Because I want to talk. I also want to talk about the controversy, the two controversies. The one where she had to remove a word, spaz, and they saying that that was disrespectful, so she had to remove spaz from one of the songs.
Did she
And then,
really?
yeah, she removed the lyrics from the song, and the Khalees thing.
Police con. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get into that. But yeah, as far as where I believe it stacks up against her albums, yeah, this is probably not in her top three, not at all.
Oh no.
You know
Oh
what I'm
no.
saying? So
But it's a good. It's a solid effort, man. Like
yeah,
it. As far as pop is concerned, she definitely did her thing. But I want to before we get into her overall stuff, you bring up a good point, and I noticed this about legends and really female iconic legends. Should Beyonce stop making music? Because the differences with like female superstars is that unless you're like like a Mariah had a long run, and really there wasn't nothing else that Mariah could do because she really couldn't act. She really, you know what I mean? Mary J had a long run because kind of that's the only thing they got going. Even though Mary J. Blige is a pretty good, decent actor now, you know
hmm
what I mean? She's more doing it for fun. But with icons, female iconic singers, is it better they retire, they have their run and they just retire early? Or should they keep going, And I'll tell you the reason why I think she keeps going a little bit later, but you know what I mean? Does Beyonce really need to make more music at this point?
um, I would say that at this point, I don't know how old Beyonce is. Um,
She's
I'm
close to
gonna
40 years old.
well,
If she's
so
not 40, if she's not 40 on the nose, she's right there. She may be a little bit older than 40.
so she's actually a pretty good actress too. We ain't gonna lie. She did a lot of movies.
What are you talking about? From the Carmen Joan back in the day,
Nah,
or
she did a lot of. She did a couple of Johns. She did the what's that? What's that John? She did Cadillac, the Cadillac Records. She did what's the John? Ace, not Ace Ventura.
oh,
The
I
other
know
what's the name? The
the
comedy John. She's actually she's
what's
alright.
my, I know
Yeah,
what you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. She's actually a alright actress. Um,
Austin
and she
Powers.
did the horror movie. The movie with the where she was the wife. The wife was trying to the lady was trying to
Oh,
kill.
Idris Elba.
You know what I'm talking about? When the
That's
lady
not.
was trying to kill her husband.
Ah,
You know
I
what
do.
I'm talking about? But
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
saying she has a field that she can go into where she don't have to do music no more.
Well, I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying?
Mary J. winning
Yeah.
awards. Okay,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
she.
no, I'm not saying that she's a better actress than Mary J. Blige. I ain't even
Yeah,
comparing her to her. I'm saying
yeah,
she can step into that world because she's all right at acting. As
yeah.
far as her making music, um, I think Beyonce. Only thing I think Beyonce lacks is consistency. I don't think she makes enough music. I think if she makes enough music, she can continue to make music. But I just don't think that she makes enough. Her albums are far apart from each
That
other.
comes out because she's Beyonce. She
Yeah,
can do.
they far apart from each other too.
Yeah,
Like Lemonade was what? That was her last album.
Lemonade was
Lemonade.
20.
No, she actually had one in 2019. She did the Lion King joint.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So, but
yeah,
that's 2019. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So her albums are far apart from each other, and it's so
uh,
crazy because Lemonade was what 2016, 2017,
yeah.
and I probably to me that's more relevant than her the last two albums.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think she should continue, but I think she should make more music. You know what I mean? Or stay on top of it because that's another thing that I don't think she does. She makes
So
one, two singles, and that's it.
moving with and let's put this out there. Like, should she move with the new young female artists like the Cardis with the Megs, the you know what I mean, the
Nah,
ratchet side?
nah, nah, nah.
Okay.
Beyonce's above them. She's Beyonce's much more of an artist than them. She
Yeah.
even in to me even in her not so good attempt, it's still all right. It's still better than their music. so so to me,
Yeah.
even though this album isn't that great, it's still better than their shit. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? If that makes sense.
she did a remix of Megan Thee Stallion.
Well, I mean, that song was all right.
That
Wasn't
song was
bad.
pretty.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is like I don't think Beyonce needs to even Beyonce's at that level to me where I don't want to say she's in that R. Kelly realm because I don't think she's there, but she's in that realm where she can set trends right now. She don't need to follow somebody else. She could be the one that set the trends. You know what I'm saying? I think they kind of lost their way because they haven't made music in so long because of COVID. You know what I'm saying? They don't know which way to go. So I think that, but I think she's a trendsetter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll get into the reason why I believe that later on about Rihanna. Why I believe Rihanna ain't made no more music. I'll
Yeah.
talk about that later. But yeah, uh, so that's what I believe. I don't believe she
But
need. I think
what
she,
about
can-
these controversies though? What you think about that?
the word spaz.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, Beyonce is at. She is a women's rights, feminine, left leaning artist.
Yeah.
Whatever they say, she gotta go with it. You know what I'm saying? Even though we know the word spaz is just it's not a
But what was
disrespectful word.
controversial fast though?
They said it's a derogatory term. I don't know how, where, whatever. It's all over everywhere. They talking about it, and
I'm
she
trying.
removed the word.
I'm, I'm trying to think who that would degrade. I don't know, mental health. I don't know. I
I
haven't
have
heard
no
that.
idea. It was the same
Yeah.
thing with Lizzo when she did one of the songs, and they made her remove the word or something. I think that, and this is getting a little bit off topic. I think once you fall into that narrative where they kind of controlling what you say, then you basically can't make good music like that no more. To me, you're gonna make all right music, but you ain't gonna be able to do whatever you really want
Well,
to do.
I'm gonna get into later that Beyonce is kind of the start of that female empowerment wave. So you know, all right. Well, let's go to the Khalees controversy because I do have something to say about that because I do think that. Well, I'll let you comment on the whole Khalees controversy because she removed something else from her album as well. I don't know what you think about that.
I think Beyonce at this point, she's so big she can do that. It's like, oh bitch, I don't give a fuck. You can
Yeah,
have it. You can have that. Who cares? You're
yeah.
nothing compared to me. Let me say that. I think that's how in my head that's how she looks at it. Like, oh, whatever. Take it off the album. It's not. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I that's how I feel. But I also believe that she shouldn't have took it off the album.
Yeah.
Now, it should she had let Khalees know that she did that. If the song wasn't owned by Khalees, then how is she complaining about it? If the song was owned by Pharrell, whether you sampled on it or not, whether your voice is on it or not, it's still
Well,
owned by somebody else.
I want to get the whole story here because this is basically what it is that apparently um Pharrell owned the song, Pharrell wrote the song or whatever. But I'm hearing that Beyonce listed her name in the liner notes, listed Khalees in the liner notes and gave her credit for it. Okay?
Yeah.
So my angle is now, then what did Khalees really complain about? Because did she want to check for it? Because if she gave her credit in the liner notes, now let's put this out there. Most people don't even buy physical copies no more, so they can't really tell on an album,
Yeah.
oh, Khalees got credit for the sample or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they may put it on Wikipedia, but who looks at that anyway? But I'm trying to understand what the beef is here now, because I was understood that she didn't give Khalees no credit,
Well,
and
I think that Khalees jumped the gun and said, "Remember, I was telling you. I said
yeah,
I listened to her album, but she don't have no credits on no songs. She don't say who
yeah,
wrote the songs. I said that to you, but now when you look on there, everybody name on there that wrote those songs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I think Khalees, she did the same thing I did when she heard the song. She
Okay, all
looked
right,
at the credits and seen there was no name on there and said, oh, she ain't even give me credit, or she, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what happened. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
But now it's on there now. I don't know about the Khalees name is on there because I think she removed that song off the album. Matter of fact, I'll look right now. Tell you.
Um, what was I gonna say about it?
What's the
But
name
you
of that
know,
song?
she didn't get in trouble for it, but they mentioned that you remember that song, this her first song, "Break My Soul,"
Yeah.
a dance '90s dance track from Robin
Follow
S.
me.
Right?
Follow me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And Robin S. didn't even realize knew that she sampled her music, so maybe that was the same deal. Like, oh, Beyonce's taking all of
Yeah.
these songs and not giving credit for it,
Yeah.
and then she gave credit to it. So
Yeah.
maybe it was a situation like that where there was a miscommunication about it. But
Well, I will say
yeah,
this about sampling. A lot of people got to understand this. After 12 years, if you don't renew your sample, it's public domain. Anybody can use it. So if
okay,
some of those songs were, that's why they don't really like with classical samples. They don't really copyright you for them because they're from the 1800s. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
Nobody can claim those, so anybody can use them. But as far as like, if like that song, Robin S song, if she
mm-hmm,
didn't, what's the name of that song? Then it's basically open for anybody to use. They have to
okay,
every 12 years they have to recopyright the song.
yeah,
So that's probably what happened as far as that goes. But I don't know if she didn't reach out to anybody or because a lot of times a lot of those it's not her, it's the producer who come to her with these tracks.
yeah. And now here's what I do think. I think Pharrell should have notified Khalid, hey, we're gonna use you on this new Beyonce track. You know what I mean? And
What's the name of that song again?
um, I forget the name of it now. Hold on. I think it's. And when I listened to the album, I didn't even notice it. To be honest with you, I want to say it's what was it?
I just look on Google.
I want to say either Virgo's Groove or no. Hold on. It may have been Virgo's Groove, but don't quote me on that.
The Virgo's Groove is still on there, and they said she took the song off.
No. She didn't take off the song. She just took off Khalees's
Right.
sample off. That's it.
Oh, she took her sample off. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she didn't take the song off, but yeah, but I think she just did that just to say, you know what? I don't even want the smoke. You could have that, whatever, and just
Yeah.
took it out the song. You know what I mean? Now, Pharrell maybe should have let Khalees know, but if he's the owner of the song, what are you going to do about it? He's going to go and and put his business relationship over it anyway. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's
Uh,
that. But
yeah.
but you know, and back to the other controversy, you know, um, you can say what you want. She is a woman in a prominent woman in the feminist community today. You want to call her being woke or what have you? She kind of started that wave way back when. You know what I mean? So she's going to satisfy her fan base. If that offended somebody, she's going to go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? I don't know what the term was. I'd have to look this up and do my research on it. But it is what it is. If that's your fan base and that's your bag, you got to satisfy your bag.
She definitely was. I think after she married Jay, her lyrics changed because she started talking more about defending her man and being with her man and fighting for her man. If you look all the songs that she rang the alarm, the Lemonade song, all of those songs are catered towards fighting for her relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Karen, the Becky with the good hair, all that shit. I think before that, the pay my bills era and all that, yeah. So you got a point there. She
Well,
definitely ran with that.
even now, she still projects, feminism or what
Oh no,
have you.
no, no. That doesn't
It's
take nothing away from her
it's
her
different.
her statement. But I
Yeah,
think that when it comes to her, when she's talking about her, she definitely her family. She's about her family. But
yeah,
I definitely believe that she is on the all the single ladies. Like you like should have put a ring on it. No, yeah, yeah, I agree with you on that. But when it just come to her and her family, oh no,
mhm,
she don't play that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But now I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. You
But
know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
she's got her bag to defend, her brand to defend. So I can see why she doesn't want to come off as offensive or what have you. So um, so let Beyonce. Let's talk about it. Let's really break it down. Where does she stack up? You know what I mean? Would you say all time? And let's start. I'll start it this way. My computer is freezing up for some reason, but I'll start it this way.
Talking
Um,
about Beyonce, they on your
yeah,
ass.
yeah, yeah. Beehive.
they on
We
your
got
ass.
excited Beehive tonight, but
Yeah.
what does she do best? What is really her strong suit as an artist? Would you say? Um, well, I'll start with that. I don't think she's a phenomenal singer. Some of her singing style is a little bit annoying, even.
Yeah.
Um, she does good. I mean, she dances well or whatever, but she's not the greatest dancer. You know what I mean? She's not like Janet Jackson or even like I'd say Jennifer Lopez or what have you. But um, she's just a great performer, and like her energy that she projects is phenomenal. You know what I mean? The energy that she does, but again, it's what we were talking about before. It's what she stands for, and she, I mean, from the '90s, she was talking female empowerment shit. From "I'm a Survivor" to, like you said, put a ring on it. You know what I mean? Like ring,
Yeah.
yeah, all of that, ring the alarm, all of that. Like, and that's why she is who she is, man. Is her words mean a lot to women. You know what I mean? Like she is the poster child for the modern woman. You know what I mean? Whether you want to agree with it or not. You know what I mean? She started that wave, and that's why she's held in such high regard.
I don't know. I don't. For me, I don't know if she's a poster child for the modern women. I think Cardi B is the poster child for the modern woman. I think Beyonce is a little bit different.
Well, she
I,
got the ball rolling
oh
though,
yeah, yeah, I will agree on that. I will agree on that. I think that she
because
stepped back
we're
from
talking
it though,
about modern women going back to the 2000s,
because
and
if
she
you,
started that movement. The independent woman movement was started by Beyonce.
yeah, Yeah, I could agree with that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I could agree with that,
Yeah,
but I will say that she don't move like these other girls. I think her music may say something different a little bit, but just her actions don't show the same way as the other artists to me. I think Beyonce is good at she's good at satisfying her fan base. I don't really know too much other things that she's really good
that
at because
that
her singing is okay with me.
that's perfect.
It's not
Yeah,
really like her singing
I
isn't like you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
It's not really crazy to me.
not to stop you, but she may be the greatest artist of satisfying her core fan base because they hear what they want to hear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm out.
yeah,
You know what
yeah. She know what she's doing when it come to her fan base.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that but I believe that she do put a good effort into what she's doing. She just don't go throw anything out there. You know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying? I think she do that. I think that she got to me she got about two classics. When she's on fire, she's on fire. But I will say there's times where I think believe that she just does just be she just being lazy at times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, to me, I go. To me, "Dangerously in Love" is classic. That is that is a gem of an album. You know
Oh
what
yeah.
I mean? I would say "B Day." A lot of people aren't big on "B Day." I
It's
like that.
fire. That's a
That-
fire album.
And
I brought that
I am
album.
Fire Ice.
Yeah.
That's hot. You could
You
argue,
you like Sasha Fierce album?
yeah.
You don't like
Um,
you didn't like four?
boring. That was
Boring.
boring too. I think boring. That Lemonade. Really, anything post 2000s from Beyonce, I'm kind of iffy on.
Yeah.
It's kind of so to like, why am I listening to this? You know what I mean? Um, her 2000s runs was serious stuff. Her 2000s runs put her apart. You know what I mean? From
Yeah.
was a separate the women from the girls, if you will. 2000s run. She did her thing, and of course, you throw in the Destiny's Child era. You
Yeah.
know, with them.
Yeah.
Um, in the late 90s, you know, she's up there. She's got a strong catalog. You know what I
I'm
mean?
I'm I'm going with Dangerously in Love, B, Sasha Fierce, and the Black album Beyonce. Lemonade was cool. I thought it was all right, but
Yeah.
um, I my favorite album out of all of them is Dangerously in Love. I still like that album, and I like the Partition, the Black album. Those albums to me are like they're crazy. Now, as far as B Day goes, that was when
Mm-hmm.
she was on her Swiss Beat shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he produced like 90% of that album. You know what I'm saying? And she had one song and it was
Bro,
15 minutes long. The last song.
bro, on there too.
Yeah.
Fro on there too. You know, she did her thing, man. She got a solid catalog, you know, and
Yeah.
she just knows. I think the whole singing thing, everybody makes well, she don't really sing like that, but really past the 90s, singing really wasn't as important with female artists as I would say um, just overall performances, just
Yeah.
being a performer. You know what I mean? Because, and we're going to get to the comparisons in a minute, but I think as far as an overall talented artist, I think Alicia Keys is much better than Beyonce,
Hmm.
but she doesn't get the credit for it because Alicia Keys really isn't a great performer. She's a
Yeah.
great musician, but she's not a great performer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that kind of is why Alicia Keys, even though she's got all the accolades Beyonce's got, she doesn't get the recognition B has.
Yeah. Alicia Keys. It's to me, man. I didn't like her last two albums. I thought they was pretty disappointing. But again, we're talking about people who are past their prime and they don't really know what to do anymore. And I think that Beyonce and Alicia Keys, they had their run. I think now they just doing music because they're artists and maybe they
I
gotta.
think on that one though.
You know what I'm
She
saying? Yeah,
she got that one.
yeah. They gotta fulfill their
At
contract.
one
I
point in the
guess.
2000s, it was a debate. It's not a debate anymore. I think Beyonce got that, and I like Alicia Keys a lot.
You
You know
think
what I mean?
Beyonce has better albums overall than Alicia Keys? I don't
It's
know about
probably it's probably
Alicia
well,
Keys
it's
got
probably
at least about four classics.
I wouldn't say four, probably about two or three.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go back.
the
Like
first album.
if we're really gonna
Yeah,
talk about it,
we need to do a show about them two. You know what I mean? Like a
it's
battle.
really gotta be. You're gonna have to put up Alicia Keys' first three versus Beyonce's first three. Alicia Keys 2000s versus Beyonce's 2000s.
Yeah,
That's a real debate. But after that, it's like Alicia Keys. What have you really done?
yeah. After that, I don't think that she has because Alicia Keys I think has more albums than Beyonce. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think she
Well,
do.
I should say that the one album she had with the Fire We Make with Maxwell, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. But I don't know if it was like classic level good. You know what I mean? So that's something I got to think about.
Yeah. Another comparison that we said was Beyonce versus Rihanna.
Yeah.
For me, Rihanna wins that hands down. And I think that's the reason why Rihanna hasn't made no music. Because I think she feels I think Rihanna's past her prime now. And I
Mm-hmm.
think she's of course she's doing other things, but I believe that that's the reason why Rihanna hasn't did any new music. Because I
She's a
think
better
yeah,
than Beyonce. I think her performance and her sex appeal is better than Beyonce. That's why I would give the edge to Rihanna. Now, catalog wise, Beyonce's first three is strong, man. Um, but then again, Rihanna's first two or three
yeah,
albums are strong. And I think overall, all the way to Anti, it's probably pound for pound a better catalog.
yeah. You got I would say that her first album with Umbrella, I don't think that that's better than Dangerously in Love.
Oh no, it's not.
But her second album, the
Yeah,
her second album is crazy.
that was real deal.
Yeah.
That's a good show.
So I would say that.
Yeah,
I would say that. But yeah, out of those two, I'm rolling with Rihanna. Um, I'm rolling with Rihanna on that. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
she's much
All
more
right, well
diverse.
let's go down the list. Let's go all time now. All time, and I'm not gonna go way back, but like the modern music era. Let's go to 70s, 80s, 90s. Let's go with Aretha Franklin. Where does she stack up next to
She's
her?
nowhere near close to her.
Okay, we got that out the way. Let's go with Diana Ross.
No, no.
I, wait. I'm gonna say yes.
You think she's close to Diana Ross? Nah,
I,
bro.
bro. All right.
Like in what
What
category? What are we saying? And what? And what?
what
What?
great actors does Diana Ross have?
What? That's about four great albums. What? Like, nah, bro. Ain't gonna do that.
Of an album, and as far as Diana Ross's 70s, like I'm looking at Diana Ross in the 70s compared to Beyonce 2000s is kind of where I'm looking at it. Beyonce may have been more dominant in her run versus Diana Ross in her run. Because in the 80s, Diana Ross kind of faded out fast.
Well, Diana Ross wasn't really big in the '80s. She was big in the '70s. That was her
But
run.
she wasn't what Beyonce was to her
Well,
generation.
that's because back then it was a lot of artists like that. That was in Phyllis Hyman. You got a bunch of artists who was doing, but Diana Ross is the one that started that disco shit. She's the reason why.
What?
Yeah.
No, wait. The dance stuff? No, that's Donna Summer.
Nah, Diana Ross did that before Donna Summers. Diana
I don't know.
Ross started that. She did that whole what's that shit? Sweet love hangover, all of that shit. Yeah. Diana Ross was the one that she made disco big.
That- I, I
She changed
Donna
the
Summer
game when it came to
before-
that.
Donna Summer, I think, was before that.
Oh, Diamond Son. I
I
think
think she
Diamond
came
Son.
in at the same time with the disco sound, but
Oh, Donna Summers was nowhere near as big as Diana Ross, bro. Diana Ross
no,
was
but
the
I'm talking about that.
Supremes.
I'm talking about that sound.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
Now,
saying.
if you want to compare, okay, you're throwing in the Supremes now. Well, the Supremes was bigger than Destiny's Child, so
I'm not
maybe
throwing in the Supremes for that argument. I'm throwing in the Supremes to say that her Diana Ross movement was much bigger because when she stepped away from the Supremes, she was pretty big. That's what I'm saying. Like, so it kind of superseded a lot of stuff. She did a lot of music and she wrote a lot of music, like for a lot of people. She did shit with Smokey Robinson. She did shit with Marvin
the
Gaye.
whole Motown wave. I
What you
get
say?
the whole Motown wave, but I, I mean, I don't. I wanted to revisit her catalog from the '70s, but there was some. I mean, the '70s there were so many. There were better artists in her era that Donna. I'm gonna say Diana Ross did not stand out the way Beyonce stood out in her era.
I don't know, man. We would have to talk to our parents about that because I know a lot of people was obsessed with her. But again, I mean, that's a pretty hard comparison. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Pretty hard. But
Okay.
who we got
So
next?
let's go with this generation. Let's go with a few. These are kind of layups. So like Taylor Swift.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm going Beyonce on that.
I think that's a good matchup though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm going Beyonce on that.
Yeah, I think it's a good matchup. Taylor Swift is she is one of the reasons why indie artists is big today. She was one of the first, and she stood her ground. So I'm not gonna say that she has better music than Beyonce because I think she has some good
Okay.
albums. You know what I'm saying? She has some good albums, but
I
not
think
like
Beyonce
Beyonce. No.
performer, and I think she does have better music.
Who
Cause
Beyonce?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no, I would agree with that.
Taylor Swift's albums do nothing for me. I'm
Yeah.
bored. Seriously. Um, let's go. I said Taylor Swift. Let's do. Well, this is more Beyonce's era, but Lady Gaga.
I'm gonna go with Beyonce on that one because
Yeah, I got you. I got that too. I got that
I'm gonna
too.
go with Beyonce on that one. Lady
Okay.
Gaga is nothing. I like Lady Gaga. She's not that bad. She's just a poor man's version of Madonna to me.
Okay.
Like I'm saying,
Well, let's stay on that subject. Let's go to Madonna.
no,
Okay, Madonna. Beyonce.
no.
She's not.
Madonna's the queen of sexual liberation. So no,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
And Madonna really, she did it really in definitely in two. She's the queen of reinventing herself. Like she
Yeah,
did it in really in definitely 2 decades, the '80s and the '90s. You know
she's
what
a
I
very
mean?
powerful woman in music, man. She could
Oh
walk into a room right now and people would pass out. She was on the level of Michael Jackson at one point, man.
yeah, that's what I mean. She's arguably the greatest. She's arguably the greatest living music legend right now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's no question about it. So I can't go that. Whitney Houston.
No,
No, she's not
no,
touching it. I agree with you on that.
absolutely not.
Here's one. Here's a good one. Since we're speaking on those that passed away. What about Aaliyah?
I'll give that a tie. I think that if Aaliyah was still alive, she'd be better than Beyonce. I think
I agree, man.
I think she'd be better than
Um,
Beyonce.
but
I have to
unfortunately,
go with a tie.
I'm gonna have to ride with Beyonce on it because Aaliyah had, I
One in a
think,
million.
one phenomenal album that's one of the greatest of all time.
One in a million. Age
Yeah,
ain't
and
nothing but a number was okay. It wasn't that
was
great.
good. That was good. The R.
But
Kelly.
no, the album after One in a Million was classic too. What the fuck is that joint called? The joint with Rock the Boat and yeah, that album was crazy.
And and We Need a Revolution.
Yes. She might have two classics.
Put that three up against Beyonce's best three.
Beyonce wins Dangerously in Love off the rip, the first album, because Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. That wasn't, it was okay, but it's not Dangerously in Love.
Okay, Dangerously in Love versus One in a Million.
Nah, One in a Million wins that. Hands down, man.
But the other two, I don't know.
The Revolution album? Oh, Timberlake was on fire on that album. The beats was like what's that?
That's set Timberland
what?
And that album,
man,
when One in a Million, when that album dropped, the whole sound of music stopped. Like the world stopped. Like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
Like when that song came on with the when he had the crickets in the background and that, oh my God, man. It was like, where is this? From outer space?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Oh my God. So Beyonce is a better performer than Aaliyah, though. I don't think she's a better singer, though. So that's a hard debate, man.
Yeah, that's Aaliyah's hard. Yeah. Aaliyah first album, One in a Million. Well, her actual studio first album was Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, but One in a Million and the Aaliyah album, they can't be touched. The thing
about Aaliyah that was great is she came out and she was kind of like this, like kind of hood, like tomboy street chick that was that had a sex appeal about her. Then it went all the way to a different. She totally in 360 into something totally different.
Yeah, it's so crazy that you brought her up because that used to be Jay's girlfriend.
No, it used to be Dame Dash's girlfriend.
It was Jay girlfriend first. That was Jay. Look it up. It was Jay-Z girlfriend first, and then she started messing with Dame Dash. I swear to God, I'm not making this up, bro.
I don't know if that was official.
Well, they was messing around
because she was like 17 at the time.
Everybody was messing with her at the age, bro. That's crazy.
At the time, I don't know. We'll have to do the research on that. That might have been rumored because I know she was with Dame.
Bro, they got a picture of her holding hands with Jay-Z and pictures of her with Dame Dash.
I with Jay-Z, but I didn't hear they're in a relationship. I mean, I know about Jay-Z and Foxy Brown. I know that.
They was doing their thing when back in. I think somebody talked about that. One of the rappers said something about Jay-Z was messing with Aaliyah too and all this stuff.
It was Foxy Brown. I know that, but the Aaliyah one, I might have to revisit that. I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
so, I know Dame. That was for sure. Let's get back onto it. Who's another one? Okay. Since we're in the 90s, let's go Mary J. Blige. No, I got you.
No.
Mariah Carey.
No. No. Those names are. Beyonce's a legend, but those names are icons. They're like, she hasn't reached icon status yet. I think the only day that's stopping Beyonce versus them is time. I think she needs a little more time because they've been relevant. Like, not Mariah Carey, but Mary J. Blige been still doing stuff to this day. You know what I'm saying?
I think we're and Beyonce doesn't win. They've done so many features and guest featured on so many rappers' great stuff.
Yeah.
Like Jadakiss, like maybe his biggest hit, Mariah Carey. Mm-hmm. Busta Rhymes, maybe his biggest hit, Mariah Carey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Beyonce don't feature like that.
Nah, she don't.
That could be a detriment to why she's not what it is, cause like, or what they are. Because Ghostface's biggest hit, Mary J. Blige. Yeah. Method Man's biggest hit, Mary J. Blige. You know what I mean?
You know the crazy thing is though about that. I will say this about Beyonce. Now I will give them the nod over her, but I guarantee you, they probably bigger fans of hers than each other.
Oh yeah.
I think they much. I think if Beyonce was to walk into a room, she would stand out like 100% because she
Oh yeah,
commands. She's like that girl that commands respect. She might not be the best girl in the school, but she's that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
yeah,
I tell you,
that's that girl right
like
there.
Mariah
Yeah.
wouldn't fuck.
Nah, definitely
Mariah,
not.
Mariah, boy. Yo, did
Nah.
you hear what he said about doing the verses with
Yeah.
Beyonce?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. He said, "Ah, please."
Yeah.
That was,
It would be
but
fair.
yo, but you know what? Everybody respected that comment.
Yeah. Beyonce ain't
He,
say nothing. Beyonce, that's another thing about Beyonce. She don't talk. She don't say shit. She don't say a motherfucking thing. You never
but
see her
this whole
say
time,
nothing.
I don't even remember the Beehive coming after that one.
Nah. They shut that. She shut
They
that
know
down.
what
Yeah,
time it is,
yeah.
Mariah.
Right, Carrie's like,
So
nah, don't play with me. You know what I mean? She shut that
yeah.
down. All you gotta do is bring out the Christmas song. It's over.
Oh God, yeah.
That's the most played song of all time. Like one of them, the Christmas song. You know what I
Yeah, they were
mean? Like,
talking her and Beyonce in the verses, bro. Once Mariah can come out with Diddy and Mace and Locks, and
yeah,
she can come out with Nas.
yeah,
She can come out with Jay. Now Beyonce shit with Jay will top
yeah.
Mariah's shit. I'll say that, but this gets me to a subject though.
It would be a good verses, but I think
Wait,
I
wait,
think
wait, wait, wait,
Beyonce
wait.
would lose. If you ask me,
Huh?
it would be a good verses. I think Beyonce would lose though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, let's go. I'll give you a good one. Let's go. Mary J. Blige's features with Jay Z, Beyonce's features with Jay Z.
Oh man.
Song Cry, um, Can't Knock the Hustle versus what was it? Dangerously in Love. What was the first one?
Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde '03 was Jay's song though. But what the first single from Beyonce? What was it? Crazy in
Yeah.
Love, Deja Vu, or Dangerously in Love.
Oh no, and the cake song, "Eat the Cake" anime. What song
Yeah,
is that? The Drunken Love.
Drunken Love. Okay, Drunken Love, Crazy in Love, and Deja Vu versus Song Cry, Can't Knock the Hustle.
That's a good battle. I ain't gonna lie. That's a pretty good battle.
I'm yo, call me
Yeah,
crazy with Mary J. Blige on that one.
yeah,
I'm sticking to the hip hop roots on that
yeah. That 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 Drunken Love though, man. That beat is crazy. Like yo, I
one.
love that song, bro. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. That's a good battle. I'm on the fence with that battle. That's a good battle.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what was I gonna go? She did another one with Jay too. Mary J. Blige did another one with Jay too. I forget which one it was, but all right.
You said "Song Cried." She only did that. That was a sample of her. She didn't sing on that, Joe.
She did the live performance. She did the
Oh
song
yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah,
the live
yeah.
performance with it. So I don't know if they sampled her
Yeah, they
or
sampled
on.
her. They sampled her on the joint.
Yeah. What was the other one? So let's get back to it. So we went through the. All right. The one that I don't think she may be the greatest to me, in my opinion, but Janet Jackson.
Nah, she don't. Janet Jackson is a part of the elites. I don't think that she comes close to her because Janet Jackson she has so much stuff behind her name. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to compare an artist to Janet
I
Jackson.
mean, Janet did it really. She dominated really 2 decades, '80s and the '90s, and I'd even venture to say she was still hot in the third one. Beyonce only had really two, but one is of real dominance, and I say Well, I'll give you the 2010s too with Beyonce. So
It's the weird thing is, here's the weirdest thing, right?
mhm.
These artists that you're naming, they're better, but Beyonce's bigger than all of them. Like you look at her gram, she has way more followers than Janet Jackson. You know what I'm
She's
saying?
got, but all right. Well, let's be fair though. That's like a different generation.
So that's
Janet
what I'm
Jackson.
saying. So like,
Yeah,
if it's kind of a bad argument on B's part because to be honest with you,
but
those
yeah,
people are much more.
that's different
Yeah,
goalposts because, like I said, the biggest thing Beyonce got going for her is her movement
yeah,
behind. Beehive is strong. That really was the first real internet wave, and the internet changes things, dog. The internet changes the dynamic. I mean, Janet and Mariah and Mary, they didn't have them back in their day.
yeah,
But I'm just looking at the overall perspective of like what they has brought to
yeah.
music. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to think.
But she,
Should I
I
leave?
could say you comparing her to the goats though.
Yeah.
Let's compare her to
But
people
I mean, let's be
like
honest.
Keisha Cole and
Isn't she in the GOAT? I mean, put it like this:
yeah,
there are a lot of women out there that have her in the GOAT conversation.
yeah.
Like,
She
but
definitely would be there.
yeah,
But I'm saying then we would definitely say that she's better than the Keisha Coles, the
oh yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
These women.
Anybody that era, the 2000s, like the Ashantis and all that, nah, she passed them by.
So you compare her to the real artists like
Yeah,
those.
well,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
debate.
Yeah,
That's the debate.
yeah, yeah.
But who you got out of her, out of that era that can match her? Would you say?
I don't know, man. I like Kelly Rowland.
Come on. Uh,
I like Kelly Rowland, man. A lot of people
yeah,
say Kelly's better than Beyonce. I don't agree with that, but I like Kelly Rowland. I think Kelly Rowland is. She's not Beyonce, but she's better than a lot of them.
she got a couple of songs. She's all right. She's not bad.
Who else would
Try,
be in that? In that,
I mean, anybody from the '80s like a Shaka Khan?
she ain't better than Shaka. No.
Yeah.
And so the other people
Hard.
from back then, she ain't better than none of them. Anita
But
Baker,
yeah,
none of
if
them.
we're looking at being a performer, remember? All right. Well, now, see, back then singing was the standard. Singing, Shaka Khan blows her away.
Yeah,
But as far as overall performance, now Shaka Khan can play instruments, so
yeah.
that's um. I don't know. I mean, if I say that, I'm probably going old head bias if I'm gonna call Shaka Khan on that because Beyonce just her music rings off a lot more than Shaka Khan. Now, what would be very hard for me,
Yeah,
and she's not nowhere near the performer, but if we got to put Sade in the same room with Beyonce, I'm gonna have to
yeah,
roll with Sade. But that's out.
yeah.
That's by
That's again. That's goat like top. That's icon past goat status to me. Like those type of
yeah.
artists
I
are
mean that.
much more than just artists. I think
I,
Beyonce has reached that point though. I think she's much more than just an artist now. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I think that
yeah.
that's what happened with her. But yeah, she's like, but these other artists, the newer
Mm.
ones, like I don't think that
Oh, there's nobody that can match her artist, Beyonce's artistry today. I mean, I don't know who a pop star is out there. And then you got see that's the thing. Like we gotta have a show about this. Like the art of really pop and real R&B artistry and R&B is dying because there's so much ratchet out there, especially in the R&B world about the toxic relationship culture, it's just a turn off. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So
I believe that. I believe
yeah,
that.
I don't know. It's nobody today. I mean, this Renaissance album is probably gonna go better than anybody that came out, in the last couple of years. Now I'll say like there are some young stars today. Like I like the chick Elamai from England. She's dope.
Mm.
Um, she can get there one day. Um, who's another one? Um, oh, here's one for you. What about her?
Uh,
Beyonce guy.
I don't think Beyonce. I don't think hers. I think she has a long way to go to catch Beyonce.
That's
Yeah,
she reminds me. You know what a good matchup for her is like. I mean, no pun intended, but that's like the Alicia Keys kind of comparison.
yeah,
I could see that, but Beyonce blows her away. I'll give you
yeah.
that.
Her gets a lot of respect because she's so traditional. She's so what's her name? You know what I mean?
Talented. She can
She
do a
very
lot.
talented. Yeah, she can.
She can write music, but as far as a performer, nah, she's not touching Beyonce. So
I like yeah. It's a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? I think that don't come in the same class as Beyonce, but
mhm.
you know what I'm saying? They what's the name? But yeah, man. But yeah,
Yeah.
this
So sum it up. Where does she
um
rank all time as far as the greatest female artist ever? Is she top five? Is she top 10? Top 20? Where you got her?
I'll put her in my top 20.
Okay.
I think she can crack the 20. But I think that she is amongst the elite though right now. I will
Hmm.
say that because I can't really name anybody from this era or the past era outside of Rihanna, and I think she's up there too. That is better than her. So I kind of gotta put her in that. In that.
I got her in the top 15 to top 10 probably. You're going to have to go with that because she's got a legit decade in the game. She's got classics. She's got all the accolades you want, the Grammys, the hit singles, the generational singles like Single Ladies, and I mean,
Yeah,
and creative too,
yeah,
so definitely that, so I'll go top 10 to top 15 with
yeah,
Beyonce, but yeah, so
yeah.
that's where we're going with it. So I'm not gonna go. I mean, all right, is she overrated? I think that's kind of hard because she blows. All right, let's be honest. Let's go back 10 years. All right, let's go back 20 years. Who's in the same room with her that came out in the last 20 years? You know what I mean? Like she just blows everybody away. Outside of Rihanna, maybe Alicia Keys, and then what?
Yeah, it's
I'm
hard
not
to.
Taylor Swift. You can have that one. I'm not.
You gotta put
I
Taylor in
know
that
there's
room, man.
our group, and there's a dude in our group who
Uh,
fight me on
nah,
that one.
he will
That
fight you.
alone, I'll leave that
Yeah,
alone.
Taylor gotta be in
Um,
that room.
nah.
Yeah.
So I can't say she's over it. I really can't.
I definitely don't believe Beyonce is overrated. I think that she don't do too much to be overrated for me. Like she ain't out there
Yeah.
doing a lot of corny blogs and saying stuff that's weird and then
She
like
carries herself like a woman.
yeah,
She
she
carries
definitely
herself
does.
like
And
a
you don't
woman.
really see her too much.
Yeah, I'll say her that. She knows how to carry herself the right way. With a part being married for a decade, damn, almost 15 years, close to 15 years now, plus and being a mother has something to do with that. I don't know, but she's a stand-up woman. I'll give her that. I'll give her credit.
Yeah, yeah. She definitely
She's
is.
not for the fuckery. She definitely ain't.
No, she definitely don't be out here doing a bunch of goofy shit. So I
Yeah,
will say that. But no, I don't believe Beyonce is overrated. I believe she's kind of where she's at. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe she's overrated. I don't believe she's underrated either. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I believe she's where she's at. And at this point in her career, she could stop making music and she will go down as one of the greatest of all time. So I look at
yeah.
it
She
like
could,
that.
yeah, she could call it game now, and you know,
Yeah.
uh, she's gonna go down as a legend. You know what I mean? Sure enough, legend. So all
Yeah.
right, so that's that with this episode. We're gonna come back in a few about 10 minutes or so. I gotta talk about this rapper list, man. I'll
Yeah.
explain it on next side, and we also got to talk about the game preview the game album that's gonna drop Friday too. Which boy, game
Yeah.
been doing. Game is probably well. I'll leave it for the next segment. For the next segment. So we'll be back in a few.
Uh-huh.
Check us out. Be sure you link, like, share, subscribe. Shadow Code Radio. Check us out. We will have this on there, and definitely Beyhive. Check us out too. So
Yeah.
uh, I
Yeah.
definitely want to hear the comments they got to say. But
Yeah.
with that, we'll check you out in a few, and we'll talk to y'all. All right. Peace.